Hi, I'm Aditeshwar Seth, and I'm happy to present on behalf of our team a project on using AI-based methods to improve natural resource management in rain-fed agricultural areas in India. In our field site of Jammu in Bihar, there is a dire water shortage. Small and marginal farmers are able to plant only a single crop after the monsoons. This ultimately impacts entire households and villages in terms of their livelihood, health, need for social security, and also global climate adaptability. While many government schemes such as Manrega do exist to assist communities with natural resource management, such as through watershed treatment, moving from cropping to tree planting, construction of ponds and wells, agroforestry, etc., the implementation is often not scientifically planned. Another reason is time consuming community participation efforts, which invariably results in large farmers being able to benefit from commissioning NRM works on their land rather than small and marginal farmers. Our approach is twofold. First, to build GIS-based apps and train community volunteers in using these apps to do bottom-up collectivization and planning for natural resource management. We will use machine learning applied on satellite data and AI-based methods to come up with draft NRM plans. Second, to come up with public and private financing sources to help farmers to experiment with alternative land use patterns. Here is a mock-up of the participatory tool that we are building. Using various hydrological variables, we will first compute a groundwater diagnosis at a micro-watershed scale for rain-fed agricultural areas. Community volunteers and users will be able to drill down to their village and visualize existing NRM works in their area. We will then build a social mapping layer on top of this to visualize which social groups own which pieces of land and where do NRM assets already exist, so that equity issues become more visible. Villages are typically organized in terms of caste-based hamlets, and such maps will help understand which groups have benefited from prior NRM works and which ones have not. On top of this, users will be able to see our AI-based recommendations for the suitability of different areas for different kinds of NRM works. Where should check dams be built? How many percolation tanks should be built? Where and how much area should be brought under tree planting, etc. Community members will then be able to use these recommendations as a starting point to discuss and arrive collectively at an understanding of where to commission which NRM works based on their local knowledge, equity concerns, and the AI outputs that model various scientific parameters. Finally, users will also be able to run what-if scenarios with changes in their cropping patterns to understand the implications of moving to less water-guzzling crops or increase in cropping intensity without taking up commensurate groundwater recharge methods. To power this easy-to-use NRM application, we are building an open technology stack that collates remote sensing and hydrological data from various sources, allows crowdsourced labeling for land use and land cover classification using machine learning on satellite data, enables users to track the impact of different NRM assets and even quantify carbon sequestration using open source MRV tools. Our flagship participatory media solution, MobileVani, will provide the community engagement backbone. MobileVani works on IVR and through an app and has been used by more than 3 million people and 150 organizations so far. The solution enables community members to listen and share their opinions and demands, ask questions, and report grievances through voice recordings. This makes MobileVani accessible even to less literate populations. Our team brings together the best of ecological security from FES, which has worked on millions of hectares of commons land for restoration and conservation, AI and computer science skills from IIT Delhi and the University of Cambridge, who have built, deployed, and scaled many technology solutions for social development, and participatory communication and project implementation by Gramvani, which has been a pioneer in bringing technology tools for direct use by even less literate people.